welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Sarah. In. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you all had a good Wednesday. Tonight is officially the open table. I decided to go do a little open table last night, and then I spent almost an hour and a half on with YouTube support. So we're going to try this, see how it works. Somebody's trying to thwart your freedom. We're going to do a overall energy first. Somebody does not want you following your passions, but your manifestation's coming in and it's going to take decisive action. All right. Welcome back, kitty. Let's see. Yeah. Somebody wants you dependent on them in order to succeed because they want to get on your bandwagon. They literally have no sense of adventure. They're out here not wanting you to be calm. They want you to be numb to your vision. And they don't want you having any type of leadership position. They don't want anybody considering you a leader. And they're testing your confidence, whether or not you have enough confidence to endure. And they don't want you to be able to observe, learn, experience. They don't want you to see the forest through the trees. They don't want you seeing what they're doing behind the scenes to cause you trials and tribulations, but you're going through a transition regardless what they think, and they're testing your loyalty. Whatever that means. But you're out here, self-care, self-love. You're in this beautiful energy collective. You need to just continue focusing on what you need to focus on. Okay? Keep things light. Keep it simple. Yeah, because somebody's trying to stop your growth. The more simple you keep it, the easier it's going to be able to adapt. And you got new beginnings coming in. And it's going to take some sort of reflection. So you could be reflecting at this time. You could be facing a difficult situation. Don't rush into making a decision. You are advised to turn the problem around in all manners before deciding on a solution. Your circumstances need to be examined carefully. You are a visionary. Yeah. Somebody's questioning your adaptability as to whether or not you're going to be dependent on them or not. Somebody knows, it feels like that you're not going to give them forgiveness. but luck is on your side, regardless of what's going on. All right? Somebody's very guilty of misguiding someone out of your energy. I'm really picking up on they were misguided to ghost you. Because they were basically told not to trust you. Because they did not want you going through this transition. They did not want you having any other kind of connections. Welcome in, Michael. Welcome in, Sarah. They're out here saying you have a lack of vision. Meanwhile, you're a visionary. Like, the audacity. Yeah, they're not very clever. And I feel like they're out here saying that you're stupid, that you don't know what the hell you're talking about. They got nothing good to say about you. It's because they can't compete where they don't compare. And you're gaining control of your life, and they wanted to control you, but you're not allowing that to happen. They want you out here looking aggressive. They're rage baiting you. They're trying to rage bait you. Because they don't want you out here looking productive. They don't want you out here being productive. They want you out here literally losing your mind. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's going to be what it's going to be. If they don't like it, too bad for them. They're not going to be out here dictating your life. They're trying to thwart your vision. They're trying to thwart your growth. They're trying to thwart your ability to explore and take decisive action. Okay? I rebuke it. I transmute it. Any words, anything spoken on my name or my tribe, allow it to bring us prosperity, abundance, protection, and stability. Welcome in, Dustin. Welcome in, Tanya. Tanika, sorry. Welcome in, Wyoming. No, I would not. Place is nice. I really like the couch. It's not my place, but thanks. I'm just here temporary. That way I'm not out under a bridge somewhere. I'm very grateful to be here. So tonight's open table, if you got a super chat, super thanks, super sticker, it's $1 a card. So if you'd like to contribute to the channel, you can do so through a super chat, super thanks, super sticker. Tonight's event is not going to be Hipsy enabled. But if you'd like your own personal reading, you're more than welcome to go over to Hipsy and get your own, order your own personal reading. All the links are in the link section in the description box below. Again, take what resonates. I'm going to do a quick little collective message for the ones that don't have any money. But the ones that would like a personal message, you're more than welcome to throw in. And then we will go ahead and do that. I think I want to start off by doing a light oracle, because I have my tablet out here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to start off with. La, 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 la. The Smurfs might be significant. I don't know why the Smurfs music is coming on. But anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly pick out of the Lightworkers Oracle. hold your center. So, have you been rushing out to meet others, trying to bend or accommodate their needs at the expense of your own well-being and inner peace? Now you are to strengthen your own energy, your own boundaries, to find your ground. Firmly place your feet there and do not move. Feel your feet anchoring like a beautiful tree, and let yourself experience quiet certainty as you hold your center with commitment, courage, and consciousness. You are learning to trust in your own instincts, to take your own journey without comparison to the life path of another. There is no need to become disheartened or distracted by comparisons or judgments. The earth needs your light, which can only come from you. You will offer so much less if you try to make it match your beauty to what you perceive to be the beauty of another. Many souls who are different and unique were not understood, acknowledged, and valued for whom they were as children. Instead, they were encouraged to conform, to change, to be other than their true self in order to be loved. This can be a hard pattern to break, yet time is here for you to love and honor yourself as yourself. You are beautiful, and you do not need to change for another person. You certainly do not need to change for the divine. You are being encouraged instead to distill your essence, to become even more of you. Hold your center now and do not be rattled by any other, through intimidation, confrontation, doubt, jealousy, or fear. To hold your center means you accept your innate value and worth, your right to exist and thrive, and accept the love that created you as you in order to fulfill your divine destiny. This oracle brings you confirmation. You are on the right path. You do not need to collapse into fear or doubt to ease old guilt or make others more comfortable. It is not selfish or hard of you to be strong. You can hold yourself in high esteem and be gentle and loving to others while absolutely refusing to accept any behavior, belief, or attitude of another that would tear you down or cast you into doubt or self-hatred. As part of your spiritual training, your soul learned to be open, to receive guidance and channel healing. This is what you needed to be able to do to function as a healer, channel, or light worker. You had to be sensitive, receptive, and open, and now is the time to balance that with resilience, strength, and even some divine stubbornness. Refusing to give up on who you are, while remaining open to guidance, is the balance of loving wisdom necessary to grow yourself as a divinely unique individual in a world that often fears true individuality, simply because it cannot be easily controlled. Holding your center doesn't mean that you no longer surrender. Instead of you consciously choose to surrender into divine love and grow more empowered. You're here to shine a light, to be the lighthouse for others. The lighthouse doesn't ask for permission to shine. It just stands still, shines faithfully, and those who need it are guided by its light to safety. Do not lose faith in yourself, beloved soul. You know who you are. Be strong. Honor your inner beauty and your personal boundaries. You need to feel safe in your ability to say no as much as you need to know that you will say yes when your heart guides you to do so. So just be true to you. Invocation. I am empowered by divine love to hold my center, to be in my truth, to stay strong, to be in my integrity, and to act with courage. The only energy I invite and allow to remain in my field is that which supports me unconditionally and with genuine love. I love my boundaries. They are the way that I lovingly choose which energy to invite into my life and which energy I choose to pass right by me. I do not judge, but I do choose wisely. I love myself and my life path now, and I hold myself with powerful and caring commitment. May all beings know their true inner strength through our own free will and unconditional love. So be it. Thank you, kitty cat. I will hook you up, my darling. My darling, my darling. Hey, Sherry. You didn't pay me a damn thing. So how about you keep your attitude to yourself? Okay? Thanks. The world does not revolve around you, Sherry. Get it right. Why you gotta be so ignorant, Diane? Both of you, Sherry and Diane. I got you, kitty. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light, please bring a message to my collective, specifically Kitty, for a general message of what she needs to know right now. And after that reading is done, please bring other general messages or whatever questions or information that is needed to know to my quorents that choose to bestow blessings upon me tonight. Thank you for your guidance, guarding and protecting of this live. Any ill will, evil eye, black magic, voodoo, hoodoo, voodoo that is directed at me or my tribe, allow it to be automatically, unapologetically transmuted into blessings of prosperity, abundance, and stability. Welcome in, Day. Thank you all for joining me this evening. All right, Spirit, what do we got for Kitty? Going to pull right off the top. We got the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So there very well could be some major changes happening for you. Ooh, good changes. All right. So the Tower's on the bottom of the deck. What do we got on the top? We got Page of Cups. So you could very well have an apology coming in. Somebody could be bringing in a cup of love to you, a cup of compassion. You do have a love offer coming in. I'm right off the bat, I'm getting that this is a new person coming in with this cup of love. Okay. The challenge is, though, is that whether or not you're going to be able to make this decision or not. Are you going to be ready? Is this going to be equally yoked? Is this going to be in alignment with who you are, with what you're up to, with where you're going? This is the big question. This is the challenge. Okay? Are you going to take it as gospel, or is it going to be a grain of salt? Are you going to take this love offer serious, or are you just going to brush it off? Is the big question here. Are they going to be truthful? Are they going to give you all the information? Are they going to be honest with you and forthright with their information and communication? This is the big challenge, right? In your mind space or your mental focus, there's definitely something here about building a new foundation for yourself. Maybe it's a reason to celebrate. Maybe you're building a new foundation. Maybe you're getting a new place. Maybe you're, laying the foundation blocks of a new beginning. Okay, there's definitely something here about committing to what you're focused on, what you're building, what you're invested in. Okay, there's definitely something here about that. In your heart space, there's the King of Pentacles. There very well could be some sort of an inadequacy that you're not maybe standing on. Maybe it's something to do with self-worth. Maybe it's about protecting your self-worth and your stability and your finances. Maybe you're just in something that your heart's not in it. Maybe you're kind of ungrounded within your heart right now. Maybe it's not the time. This could be the fact that maybe you just want to get to know somebody. If they do want to come in with a love offer, maybe it's just time to get to know them first before you make any final decisions, right? It's like a 30-day justice grace period, so to speak. When you have something sent to you, you have like a 14 to 30-day grace period to check it out, see if you like it. If you don't, you can send it back kind of situation here. But overall, I do see that you're walking away from some sort of balance, okay? You're walking away from some sort of justice. Maybe you're walking with justice and walking away from a very unbalanced particular situation, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could very well be significant, who you're maybe not sure as to whether or not you want them. Maybe this is an unstable individual that you're getting a love offer from. Either way, there's definitely questions. It's a challenge as to whether or not there's going to be the right communication if you guys are going to be on the same page. What you're walking into, though, the Six of Swords, this is something about a storm. Is this storm worth walking into? Is this storm worth enduring? Or are you going to choose yourself, is the big question. The situation with your attitude and relation is that, you've been through enough. You've got your t-shirt. You've got your overall bumper sticker. Maybe you got a package of cookies. Who knows? But you've had some sort of experiences, right? You may have been up in your head about it for quite some time. Maybe you've been remunerating about the whole idea. Maybe you've been kind of wondering, what would it be? How would it go? How would it progress? Would it help you progress? Is this in alignment with you? It's all a big question at this time. But I do feel that there is some sort of communication where you're going to be able to know what's going on. You're going to see the truth for what it is. You're no longer going to be up in your head about it. I do feel some sort of decisive action going to be happening. But it's whether or not you have the ability to make that action happen. Your overall influence here, Kitty, is that you're needing to make a judgment call. You need to make a judgment call, and I think that this is regarding your own self-value, your own self-worth. Okay, with the judgment card here, there very well could be somebody facing judgment. Okay, maybe there's somebody out here trying to judge you for the decisions that you've made. Either way, I really feel that you need to stay steadfast in what you're dealing with, because your fear is maybe you're a little overwhelmed. Maybe you're getting multiple different offers and you're really not sure what to choose from, and maybe this is why you're kind of ungrounded with this love offer. Maybe this whole Ace of Cups here is about you filling your own damn cup for a change and focusing on you, right? But either way, there's definitely some sort of distractions that are coming in that you really need to kind of hone in on your inner voice, your intuition as to whether or not you want to take any type of commitment regarding this, okay? But there's definitely commitment on the brain. There's definitely a solid foundation that you're trying to build and trying to aim at and try to make happen for yourself. With the Eight of Pentacles here in your outcome, I do see things are going to turn out better for you than expected. You definitely do have some sort of experience under your belt. There's definitely something here about you bringing quality to a situation. Maybe this is the King of Pentacles. Maybe they're coming in, maybe they're unstable, maybe they need your help. But I do feel that this King of Pentacles wants to pour into you just as much as you pour into them. They're just kind of, they're having a rough time. And it's whether or not you can see past this rough time as to whatever the situation is, okay? But either way, I do see you having something to bring to the table. You definitely have some sort of value, and you need to recognize this within yourself. Recognize that you can stand on your own 2 feet. Recognize that you can provide for yourself and maybe help out others along the way. But I do sense with this Tower card at the bottom of the deck, there's definitely something here about you having some major changes come to fruition. Maybe these have been a wish that you've been wanting. Maybe you need this Tower in order to recalibrate what you are in alignment with. Okay, and with the fact that you're coming out of a time of justice and you're moving into some sort of a storm, maybe you've been built for this. Maybe there's something here about you bringing quality. Maybe you are the light. Maybe, again, just like I was speaking on earlier about you being the lighthouse with the Lightworkers Oracle. Maybe you just need to stand firm despite the storm, right? Maybe you are the lighthouse for other people, right? So really kind of take that into consideration, the power that you do hold, and be in that empowerment, okay? Acknowledge and embody that empowerment, okay? Because I do feel that there's quite a bit of changes coming in that you don't maybe see coming, and I feel that that's going to be significant to what you're going to be moving into. On the top of the deck, we do have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So I do feel that anything that you've lost out of or anything that you've had to sacrifice in the past is eventually going to come back full circle, divinely orchestrated. So I don't feel that you're going to really lose out. Anything that is being rejected is part of your protection, okay? So I wouldn't worry too much. But I do feel that there's sevenfold blessings coming in for all the sacrifices that you have made. And I do see things balancing out for you, okay? So I hope that helps there, Kitty, all right? So just stay in the validity and your authenticity of who you are and what you can bring to the table. And know that you actually have something to offer, despite what other people's opinions are, okay? Welcome in, Ashley. Welcome in, Lizzie. Welcome in, Maureen. Welcome in, James. Welcome in, Sarah. Diane, you look like you just got out of the cotton field. No, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go with that. Yeah, she was trolling me anyway. That's quite alright. She can leave too. The trolls are rampant tonight. Welcome in, Josh. Yeah, leave them where you left them. And by the way, I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally, just as much as I love them. It's all in how they show up is what they get. So you want to show up, you want to be a troll, I will troll the fuck out of you. It's the way it goes. You want to show up and you want to be nice, you'll get the nice. You'll get the nice side of me. You'll get whatever side you project onto me. So take it or leave it. My regulars already know this. So, my friends, it's $1 a card. If you feel like you would like a message, you can come on through and get a message. And again, if you'd like to get your own personal message, the Hipsy links are in the description in the bio there. So feel free to go ahead and do that if that's what you'd rather do. You can donate to me at Hipsy as well. There is a donate button. You can donate to me at PayPal or through a super sticker, super thanks, or a super chat. Yeah, there's somebody out here lying. I'm really picking up on fake busy here. They're lying at the wisdom that they have, I don't know. There's definitely some sort of deception. It's like they don't want to communicate something. And again, this is coming back to that lighthouse, right? Maybe there's somebody out here lying about the fact that Or maybe there's a Virgo out here lying, talking shit. Who knows? Whatever the case may be, they're flying out of the deck. So anyway, there's miscommunication, there's misunderstanding, there's definitely something here. I think these lies and the deception that they're throwing out, I feel that they're trying to put you back into some sort of hermit mode by lying on you. Who knows? All right. Do I have any members that would like a message? If you are a member and you would like a message, throw a heart in the chat. If you have a question, throw a heart next to the question. Interesting, James. That's oddly weird. Ooh. Allow gift memberships. You can receive a 1 month membership. Sarah, we don't sit here and belittle ourselves in the chat. The way you speak about yourself is very, very evident that you surround yourself with idiots. Maybe that's your message. Judgmental assholes. Maybe go into the Google Pay or Apple Pay, whatever you're dealing with, and just verify your information. That might help, James. And then maybe try again. No, you don't deserve it. And maybe you don't have any other options at this point. Maybe you have to weather this storm. Maybe it's teaching you self-worth. Maybe this is building your character. Maybe it's teaching you adaptability. Could very well be a lot of it. There's a lesson in it, right? So instead of thinking that it's happening to you, allow it to happen for you and learn something from it, right? Spirit, what's the best blessed message for Sarah? What do they need to know right now? Seven of Pentacles. You're sick and tired of investing into shit that's not giving you any type of harvest. Or maybe you're not patient for that harvest. Maybe you're not committed to the harvest. And maybe this is why you're not getting out what you're trying to put in. Maybe you don't think there's a point to investing into it anymore. Tell me more about the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you're thinking you're a failure, and you're not. You're far from a failure. You're just juggling way too much. You're ultimately setting yourself up for self-sabotage is what you're doing. And then you're sitting there and complaining about the fact that you don't have enough space, you don't have enough strength to get through it. Meanwhile, you're putting way too much on your plate to begin with, and you're juggling way too much. So maybe it's time to call back your energy and stop investing in shit that's not giving back to you, rather than investing, rather than investing in something that's going to be in reciprocity. Right? Maybe this is what's being exposed to you right now. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're burnt out. Maybe you just need a break. Right? Maybe you're juggling too much. Maybe you need to take take 3 out of the 5 balls out of your juggling and only juggle 2 rather than 5. You know what I mean? Maybe take a moment, slow the fuck down. You got a beautiful new beginning coming in, but you need to allow your masculine and feminine to come into some sort of union first. You need to be able to protect yourself and nurture yourself at the same time. Right? But how can you do that if you don't give yourself a chance? Is the big question. Is there anything else for Sarah? So maybe it's about you putting up a boundary, not allowing people to walk all over you anymore. Maybe that's your first course of action. Because, yeah, these people got you all overwhelmed. And it's the cross of whether or not they're going to be sneaky and steal from you, or you going after everything they said you couldn't have. What's it going to be? Because you're on the fence right now. And you need to be nurturing your own foundation. You need to be nurturing your own stability. You need to be nurturing your own finances. Right? So this is why you're really not getting anything out of it, because you're burning yourself, you're burning at both ends at this point. Let's get an oracle card for you. What's the best oracle card from the Animal Speaks for Sarah? you're listening to the guidance, but you're not applying it. And you need to learn how to adapt to different environments, because this is going to help you in your destiny and where you're going, right? People are testing your patience. You could very well be losing your mind because you don't have any patience left. You're running out of patience, and you're really not in this self-love energy, okay? You will find great power in focusing on the positive aspects of yourself. Do I need to repeat that? You will find great power in focusing on the positive aspects of yourself, that which make you inevitably unique and beautiful. There's a deep wells of untapped inner power in letting go of negative self-talk. If I had a mic. You're being reminded that persistence is what is necessary to attain your goals. You need to be patient and trust that the universe will help you through your challenges in divine timing. Success is guaranteed. The dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It is a reminder that you too bring a bit more lightness and joy into your life in order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential. Approach things lightly. In other words, keep it fucking simple. Stop complicating everything. Guidance. It is time to release your passions, live your dreams, and begin a new chapter in your life. You are encouraged to expand your awareness, eliminate fears, and become a whole new person. You are guided and protected. Somebody doesn't want you out here following your passion. Somebody doesn't want you out here following the inner guidance that you got going on. Because if you were to do that, they'd be casted off the fucking island. So this is up to you, my dear. It's your life. I was watching a video there, and at the beginning of it, I was kind of skeptical. But the dudes, I forget what it is, so I'm sorry. I would give you total kudos for this because it literally clicked a switch in my brain. Okay? Within a blink of an eye, compared to you and your life and the life that you've lived so far, and the life and the life and the length of the Earth's time, okay, in reality, in this matrix, okay? In comparison, all right, we are here within a lifetime in comparison to the Earth, literally a blink of an eye. Okay? Do we know the stories, the names of our ancestors? Every single one of them? Do we know where we've come from? Do we know what the situation is? Right? Do we know the story of our bloodlines? Some of us do, because we go into that ancestry.com, blah, 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 and we go through and we get that situated, right, to find that out. But otherwise, we wouldn't know, right? So we are born, we live, and we die. Okay? We are reborn, we live, and we die. And our soul comes through different lifetimes in order to learn different lessons, in order to experience different things. This is the joys of being a part of Mother Earth, because the Mother Earth is within that Goldilocks period of being able to be part of the physical matrix, being able to feel love, hate, to be able to feel compassion and jealousy and envy and sadness, and all of these different feelings we are able to experience through our own two eyes and visualize and see life happening right in front of us. Okay? The thing is that we are only here for a blink of an eye within this lifetime. Okay? So all the shit that we worry about, all the shit that we're holding on to, all the shit that we're carrying, in the end, it all is rendered insignificant, right? Other than what we learn to bring back to source as consciousness, right? Because we are ultimately source experiencing itself. Okay? So when you're looking at your life, what you're learning, what you're experiencing, there's definitely lessons, right? There's definitely something here for us to experience. It gives us the ability to experience and manifest our best life if we so choose. But a lot of us are bombarded and distracted by everything outside of ourselves rather than focusing on what we are here to do. Right? So it's up to us to make those decisions, to step into our divinity, to step into our destiny. Right? So if you're going to sit there and hold on to all this self-hate, if you're going to sit here and hold on to everything, all the criticisms everybody else had, and are you going to pretzel yourself into some sort of crazy-ass freaking French braid in order to comfort somebody else? Or are you going to live out being wild and free, without even a ponytail, for that matter? Are you going to live with a shag? What's the situation? It's all up to you and the choices that you make. Right? As much as we do learn stuff, we do experience things here in this plane of existence within this lifetime, it's rendered insignificant eventually. Right? It's not insignificant. I don't like to say that it's insignificant or that it doesn't matter or that it doesn't have any meaning, because it does. But this is the manifestation station. Right? This is the ability to manifest our best life if we so choose. If we'd only look past the distractions and really focus on what we're trying to build for ourselves. But everybody else's opinion of what that is, of what that should be, what color should you have your hair? What should you wear? How should you act? It's all a relative. It's all a choice. It's all a possibility. And it's whether or not we're going to make the right decisions for us for that moment. Right? So go easy on yourself, Sarah. Life is supposed to be lived. Okay? And we're not meant to come here and suffer like some of these bitter assholes want us to. Okay? We're here to live. We're here to experience. We're here to find joy and experience joy and happiness and sadness. It's all part of the plan here on the Goldilocks of Earth. Okay? It allows us to see things and feel things at different frequencies. Right? So whatever happens, we're not here for a long time. Maybe we're not here for a good time. But it's whether or not we make the choice to be here for a good time, or learn something, or have significance. And to think that, that video said that we're going to be forgotten within a couple generations. And then we're like, what about Jesus? What about Gandhi? What about the Buddha? Right? What about Papa Legba? What about Oshun? What about the gods, the goddesses? What about Martin Luther King? Different people in history. John Lennon. right? Lucille Ball, um, Debbie White, you know, or Betty White, sorry. You know, all these people are being remembered even well past after they've been gone. And it's because of the significance they've had and the impact that they've had in other people's lives. What kind of an impact are you making? Yeah, Kurt Cobain. What kind of impact are you wanting to make? Are you going to be? Do you want to be remembered for the hell, the hell you brought yourself? Marilyn Monroe is another one. Exactly. Are we going to be wanting to be remembered for the bad shit that we say about ourselves? Or are we going to want to be remembered for the good things and the good impacts that we make? What's the situation? What's the equation? Right? It's all up to, it all comes back to intent, from what Maureen said. Right? Yeah. Forrest is a troll. You know what we do to trolls. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, you need to nurture the truth that is you. Welcome in, Elizabeth. All right. So who's next? Was there a member that put a heart in the chat? I may have missed it. So if there's a member here that would like, the members get dibs. So if you want to become a member and get dibs on a message and help by supporting the channel monthly, you do get dibs on the open tables. Doesn't matter what level that you get from. You can still get a message. You're not supposed to look like yourself anymore. But how do you know what you're saying, that you want to feel like yourself again? How do you know who you are if you're constantly hate talking? The divine don't make mistakes. And you're out here making it look like a mistake. So stop disenfranchising the divine's gift that it's given you by giving you life. Give yourself a little bit of credit. Thank you, James. Yes, and Tupac as well. The thing is, I don't feel beauty fades there, Ashley. I think beauty resides within yourself. Okay? When you look at a particular individual and they're overweight, maybe they got chin hair, maybe they've got a double chin, maybe they've got a skin condition, maybe they got coarse, dried out hair, maybe they've got a whole bunch of different situations, health problems. Does that take away from their love? Does that take away from their beauty? No. Beauty resides within you, right? It's not who you look like. It's not what you look like. It's what you have within you. It's the intent that you go forward with. It's the examples that you make. It's the creation of your life that you make happen for yourself that makes you ultimately beautiful. Beauty is not in the visual. It's in the internal. It's within the heart. Beauty's in the heart. Wah, wah. Yeah, seeking external validation is a recipe for disaster. Now, there's a fine line with that. You know, it's always good to get feedback, but it's always better to take this feedback as constructive criticism, no matter if it is destructive coming at you. You know, you can read between the lines and find out what they're actually trying to say and grow from that, right? So whether it's destructive criticism or constructive criticism, you can still learn from it. You can still question yourself whether or not it applies to you or not. Because a lot of times there's negative people that are going to just project their bullshit onto you, right? It's always good to look at yourself in the mirror and see where you can grow as an individual. Some of us are our own worst critic, and that's okay. But being our own worst critic and being very, very strict on ourselves is one way to hold ourselves accountable, right? But we also need to be compassionate regarding that as well. And I'm really kind of picking up, Ashley, that your mama was a pageant princess. Very superficial. And if she wasn't a pageant princess, she's definitely kind of borderline in that regard. Yeah, beauty is ultimately part of your soul, part of your heart. Beauty travels with you through lifetimes. That's why you'll find a lot of old souls, they're very non-judgmental. Wow. So she's a Barbie. All that plastic surgery makes her a Barbie. Spirit, what's going on with James? What does James need to know right now? Yeah, you've been facing imbalance and injustice, James. You had to take a loss. There could be some sort of something that's supposed to, maybe you're waiting on that hasn't shown up yet. Yeah, so this injustice, you're alchemizing this with the Three of Swords in the reverse. There's some sort of third-party betrayal, people talking shit, people gossiping about you behind your back. Basically out here saying you're not, you ain't shit, you're nothing. They want you to second guess possibly a new beginning. And this is where you will lose out if you second guess it. The ability to nurture your foundation and your stability is on the fence. Maybe you need to be a little bit selfish. Maybe you need to be a little bit more self-caring. Okay? But really, you really need to nurture your intuition because it's really trying to show you something. Stop overthinking it. Okay? You are meant to take a leap of faith in a particular direction. But this whole self-worth thing, this whole idea that you are worthy of this is very evident. Okay? So stop overthinking it. You are worthy despite what everybody else thinks. Okay? Or wants you to think. Okay? And I know when I was talking about the really kind of evaluating the criticism that you might receive, I know that really kind of hit a chord with you. And the fact is that you have the ability to receive abundance and stability and purpose and grounded foundation of abundance, but it's whether or not you're going to show up for it. All right, so the table is open. It is an open table on Wednesday evening. Super chats, add your question. Super stickers, get you a general message. Hook a brother up. Josh. You're in the number 3. Are you still here? Joshy, are you still here? What? He's talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. Speak or forever hold your peace. Are you still here? Mr. Josh? Mr. Josh Wood? Would ya? Joshy McJoshy, where are you? Yeah, your ability to look deeper into things, Ashley, into the deeper essence of a person, is very evident. Where these other people that you've been around have been rather superficial. There he is. I knew he was here. Josh, I'm going to get you a message. because you're in the number 3 position. Okay? Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors. What's the best message for Josh? We got the 6 of Cups. So you could be kind of nostalgic right now. Maybe you're kind of thinking, I wish things would be going back the way they used to be. Back when things were simple. Back when things were not so fucking difficult. You could be nostalgic about the good old times that you used to have. And also questioning what in the actual fucking hell is this bullshit happening right now. What's going on? Tell me more about the 6 of Cups. We got 7 of Cups on its side. We got the King of Cups kind of on the reverse. We got the 3 of Pentacles on its side. So you're kind of bitter at the fact that certain people that were supposed to collaborate with you didn't. And I do feel things are coming full circle because despite all of the overwhelm that you've had to deal with, I do feel that you're now focusing on yourself. That is a priority to you now, which is very evident. And I do feel this is the reason why you are focusing more or less on yourself rather than the outer distractions, is mainly because you are trying to alchemize this, the bitterness. There's definitely something here with the 3 of Pentacles on its side that you really wish these people would have collaborated with you rather than sabotage you. But yet here we are. Right? And you're kind of trying to make sense of it. You're trying to alchemize it. You're looking into your memories. Maybe this is a lot about your soul searching. Maybe you're trying to alchemize the overwhelm. You're alchemizing the sabotage. You're alchemizing all of the fuckery. Spirit's saying that you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. But do your best to not sit in victim mode. Okay? Do yourself a favor and step into observer mode. When you go back into the past and you're checking out these memories, it's not about sitting there with the pain. It's about learning from the pain. It's about embodying the feeling of that pain and what it taught you. And a lot of it has to come back. It does a full circle and it comes back to you choosing yourself. Right? And trying to make sense of what's going on with your experience. Right? And this is the whole purpose as to why we focus on the memories, focus on the past. And we sit in this nostalgia. Right? It's like, what is this trying to teach me? Okay, in the past, maybe I was in victim mode. Maybe I was a pushover. Maybe I was emotionally manipulative. It could have been. Maybe somebody was out here trying to make me bitter. But to take a step back and to see it from many different possibilities, okay, really kind of brings you back into the evaluation of how you showed up at that time, right? But now that you've grown, now that you're older, now that you've seen life, you've experienced a couple things, you now find yourself in a more enlightened kind of knowledge, wisdom kind of situation, right? So this is where the empowerment happens. By you moving out of this victim mentality of, fuck man, all these shitty ass things that happened to me in the past, you know, playing that victim card to, okay, maybe I was a victim, but I'm not accepting that victim anymore. I'm wanting to empower myself. So what can I do for myself to empower myself? Maybe creating boundaries. Maybe it's focusing on yourself. Maybe it's pouring into yourself rather than everybody else. Maybe it's recognizing that you've endured this manipulation. Maybe the fact is that you overcome all of this sabotage and this trickery. And you're still here to tell the tale. And at this point, you could probably write a book on it. Maybe that's what you should do. Maybe it's a thing that you could consider, right? And document your evaluation of the past and how you empowered yourself throughout your experience, right? So really kind of take into consideration these past experiences and really kind of bring it full circle and learn from it and embody that and empower yourself and alchemize it into something of a boundary, of higher standards, of no longer accepting the bare minimum. Maybe focusing on yourself rather than focusing on everybody else that left you depleted, right? Maybe fill your own damn cup for a change. Because really, with the Seven of Cups, the only cup that you should really be focusing on is your own. You know what I mean? So, either way, that's going to alchemize this bitterness. It's going to help you love yourself again. Because you're going to recognize everything that you've overcome and endured. You're a heck of a lot more powerful now than what you were before. Okay? Have a good night, James. Sweet dreams, buddy. And yes, I'm very sorry about your dog. So rise above it, Josh. I believe in you, dude. Now, Mess, did your dog pass away or was it like stolen? Was the dog stolen or something, or was it like, what's the situation behind that? If you want to talk about it, you don't have to. Something tells me he lived a long life. Maybe not as long as he could have, but he lived a long life. $8 years, that's a good life for a dog. And I have a feeling that that dog was spoiled. You treated this dog with the utmost love and passion and respect. Like, you spoiled this pup. Did I just say that? You're confirming as I'm speaking it. Do not feel guilty. You did what you could do. You could only do what you could do. You can't do more than what you can do. You're a piece of shit, honey. Get the fuck out of my chat. You have not a fucking clue of who you're talking about. Get out of here. You're an asshat. If anybody, you need to repent. You're feeling pretty fucking guilty yourself. You're an idiot, honey. Get out of here. See, everybody, that's what projection looks like in the chat. A sorry excuse for a human. Is what that looks like. No, miss, you did everything that you could do for the pup. And let me make something very clear. Okay? The veterinarians, they literally rape your wallet. Okay? And they play on your emotions. They play on your love for your animal, your best friend, your family member. And they play on they play on every ounce of that. I've known people to spend well over $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 just stupid medication to keep their animal alive, and they're suffering in pain. For what? And this is why I don't have an animal, because I'm an empath, and because I hold my animals so close to my heart, it's very difficult, right? Yeah. Very, very, very cold. Because they deal with that every day. And if anybody should repent, it's veterinarians and doctors for what they've done to humanity. Yeah, I don't blame you for cussing them out. And don't feel guilty for that either. So please release the guilt. Please release the sadness. I do feel the pup's at peace. And I'm really picking up on from Spirit that you did all you could. You felt helpless in the end, and it really ate at you. Don't allow that to be the case, please. And same for you, Danielle. Okay? This goes for both of you. Don't allow the guilt of not being able to really. I would say that they leave little signs. I do feel that there is messages there. You just have to have your heart and your eyes open to the possibility. See, the health system is neither healthy or a system. It's meant to keep us sick, and that goes for the vets too. There's maybe, I would say 1 out of 30 actual doctors, 1 out of 30 vets that actually do the job for a compassionate outcome. All the other ones are in it for the money. And this is why they gouge you and basically rape your wallet. And even the dog food nowadays, it's garbage. And I don't know about you, but I don't feel comfortable feeding my animals horse meat. Like, I personally would not eat a horse. I would not eat horse meat, personally. So why would I give that to my animal? I feel horses are sacred. Although, yeah, I do like a good steak every once in a while, I still feel that cows are sacred. Right? But if they are, if they had a good life and they've done their job as an animal, whether or not it would be to be bring other cows into the world with a bull, let's say, or to bring milk to the world, to bring a commodity, it's one thing, right? I worked at a dairy farm. I know what that's all about. And I have some stories. But the thing is that, you know, everything has its purpose. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here. Right? Get out of my chat, Davey. As long as you're eating healthy, Ashley, I would say go ahead and do that. But if you're eating preservative food, box food, fast food, then chances are very slim. It very much depends on the intent behind the food to begin with. And I bet they were there for you like no other. Unconditionally. And I bet that helped you heal. I wouldn't put it past them, miss. A little worrier, Ashley. But I bet you still showed her a good life. And the fact that she didn't have a leg didn't stop you from loving him. Exactly. Exactly, Flying Brian. Very much so. So, does anybody else have a message? Want a message? It is an open table tonight. $1 a card. And usually when Spirit's got a message, there's a message. So chances are you'll get more than your allotted amount. I hope to see you back again soon, too. See how cold and judgmental people can be, Ashley? It's pretty sad. But the thing is the people that acted like that kind of showed you who they were, right? They showed their true colors through that. It shows you how people can be, how cold they can be. Clearly, these are not your people. Yeah, 2026 has been nothing but a shit show. Spirit said something about a story time read. I very well could do one if nobody else wants a message. Just to kind of keep the live going. Yeah. And any sailboat that's out on the water should also have a motor on the boat. Shouldn't always have to rely on the wind. Hopefully you flutter on back anytime there, Brian. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a good evening. Thanks for showing up. Hopefully that was good house business, Michael. You're in Canada? That's cool. So am I. Whereabouts are you in Canada? I'm in Ontario. Save a tree and hug a logger. Loggers need love too. Alberta, cool. Tarot does not bring in demonic vibes. Your boyfriend's an idiot. Sorry, but it's true. I've been throwing cards for 30 years. You as well, Brian. Enjoy yourself and make it on back safe. Pure human souls are rare these days. I don't blame you there, Mez. Welcome in, Renee. I'm okay. Fighting the good fight. I'm going to do a quick series message to bide the time. It's easier than doing a story time. I've only got one set of tarot. I've got 3 different oracles, so I feel that a quick series message would probably be better suited. So pick a number between 1 and 7. Keep it to yourself. We're going to see about what the overall energy of the readings are going to be. So just give a moment here while I deal out the cards into their piles. Queen of Cups. Alchemizing the bitterness. All right, so if you pick number 1, this is your message. This also includes what you're walking into and a 3 to 6 month and a 6-month prediction. The first reading starts off with the 9 of Pentacles in the situation. So you could be finding your independence. You could be standing on your own 2 feet. You could be maybe getting a job. You're more independent than what you may have been. You could have been interdependent or dependent on someone at one point. But you've turned a new leaf. You're moving in a new direction. Okay? Something could be frustrating you right now. The chance or the challenge could be very well tapping into your intuition, being able to continue to be passionate, to really kind of move forward and take action. In your heart space or in your mind space, though, your mental focus is there's definitely something here about not knowing what you want. So you're focusing on the money. You're focusing on your stability at this time. You're not really focusing on your heart space. I do feel there's some sort of brokenheartedness that you're dealing with from the past, We got the Seven of Wands in your heart space. So I kind of feel like with this is that you're kind of feeling kind of helpless in your heart space. You're really not wanting to even focus on love right now. And that's okay. That's more than okay. The thing is, though, in your head, though, you could be thinking about a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio individual as well. They could have been emotionally manipulating you, making you wanting to make you feel helpless. Okay. You're walking away from no longer being trapped. Okay. You're walking away from being trapped. They tried to trap you emotionally. Okay. They wanted to live rent free up in your head, but you're saying no. And this is why you're focusing on your independence. This is why you're maybe putting your foot down regarding particular dynamics. From now into the next 3 months, you're definitely moving into a brand new transition, a new beginning. And 3 to 6 months from now, this is something about you investing in a new beginning. There is some sort of harvest. It is worth it to continue to move forward, okay? So if you're feeling like you're spinning your wheels at this time, maybe take your foot off the gas. Maybe just kind of sit there and figure out, okay, how am I going to move forward from this position? Take a look around you, check your surroundings, check what is being shown to you, whether it be physically, visually, mentally, emotionally, and really kind of step into the best solution for you at this time, okay? Because I do feel whatever you're going to invest into is going to be fruitful for you. Your attitude, you could be remunerating about the past, you could be thinking about the past, you could be nostalgic about the past, you could be allowing that past energy to be alchemized now. This is where you're finding your independence. You could be walking away from the whole idea of being trapped, okay? But the Six of Cups here is definitely significant where it comes to really kind of alchemizing it. The Knight of Swords in the reverse is your influence. You've had to deal with a lot of deception. There's a lot of lies, deception, people talking shit. Your hopes and fears, though, is that you're putting an end to that. And I do feel within the next 6 months to a year, there's definitely something here about you having a lot of opportunities coming in for you, okay? So the ability to alchemize, the bitterness is definitely coming in for you. Let's get you an oracle to go with it. Welcome in, Melissa. Can I get an oracle card for reading number 1? Yeah. Be a little bit more open-minded to the possibilities that are coming in for you with this the Eight of Wands and with this Ace of Wands, which you're walking into. So you're walking into Nine of Wands, where somebody did not want you having the upper hand. You're getting the upper hand anyway. Okay? There's more than one way of looking at things. You must be ready to accept alternative viewpoints and new ideas. You must open your eyes to new ideas and new ways of resolving problems. All right? So take that into consideration, collective. Is she really going to take him away from me? You know what, Moon Angel? If she's going to take him away from you, he's not meant for you anyway. If he's not willing to stand up for you and the relationship that you have, then this is something that you really need to kind of take into consideration. Maybe there's something better coming in for you. His name's Pat. He's a Gemini third party who intervened our relationship and is a Gemini as well. She's his past. I'm shocked. I need prayers. I feel like dying. Oh, it's one of those. You're a Scorpio? Okay. Yeah, Scorpios tend to feel things very, very deeply. They're very emotionally when they're in their divine energy, which I feel that you are. It's really kind of I'm picking up that you were triangulated. You're dealing with the sociopath that wants their cake and eat it too. I don't feel that they were being honest with you. And you deserve better anyway, honey. You deserve way better. Empower yourself. Rise above this. Okay? And I have a feeling that you got something better coming in for you anyway. This is why it's all happening. This is why it's orchestrating the way that it is. I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, to be honest, my dear, I think I don't think I think they were keeping them a secret. It's not the fact that they just came out of nowhere. They were there the whole time. And you knew this. You had a thought about it. And I feel that because you were so needed in an essence of wanting some sort of love or some sort of maybe validation is coming to mind. You needed somebody to complete you. You kind of ignored the red flags. And we do that. We do that. It's one of those things that we do. But I do feel that you're going to rise above this. And you're going to rise above this. I know for a fact you're going to rise above this. And there's going to be some truth revealed to you. Okay? And you're going to realize they weren't meant for you to begin with. They were totally out of alignment. They were playing in your face. Okay? They are succeeding as to what they wanted to do. And by destroying you, it makes them feel more powerful. Okay? So don't allow them to destroy you. Take your time out to feel through it. But I do feel within the next coming months, you're going to recognize that they weren't meant for you to begin with. I really feel that they were playing in your face. Why would you want to be with a narcissist? If you know he's a narcissist, why would you want to be with that? You're selling yourself short. And why would you want a narcissist completing any part of your life? Because a narcissist isn't going to make you feel complete. I guarantee you that. Without a doubt. I know because I've dealt with them before. And honestly, my dear, you deserve way better than that. Oh, it does. This is definitely an ego death. It's definitely a wake-up call. It's definitely a dark night of the soul. But this is ultimately teaching you to choose yourself. This is a big, huge game to them. And they like disregarding other people to make them feel worthless, to make themselves feel better about their nothingness that they are. And something tells me you're an empath. You sacrificed everything for them. And all they did is play with you. All they did is disenfranchise you. They discredited you. They devalued you. They discarded you. It's part of their playbook. Empower yourself. The thing is, you probably forget who you were before you met them. Before you got involved. And mainly because you weren't your true, authentic version of yourself when you met him. And this is why you wanted a narcissist to fill a void that they were never going to feel to begin with. You don't need somebody to fill any type of void of any sort to make you feel validated, heard, or worthy. You are more than capable of finding self-worth, self-love, and integrity and standing up for yourself by choosing you. Don't allow the actions of others to determine what you feel about yourself. They want you to be destroyed. Don't allow that to happen, because then they win. Yeah, they want you to live, they want to live rent-free up in your head. That's the whole plan. It's been 3.5, almost going on 4 years for me since I walked away from my narcissist. And on top of that, my whole family's a bunch of narcissistic assholes. So, I was the scapegoat, just like you. I was the black sheep, just like you. You are not alone in this. Many of my tribe here in the chat have been through what you've been through. You will rise above this. If I can do it, you can do it. It's not easy, but you'll do it. You'll work it out. You just need to continue to show yourself compassion and recognize that you are worthy, you are enough, you always have been, you always will. And you do have value, and you do have something to bring to the table. And 9 times out of 10, you are the table. So, move up, move on, raise your frequency, because then you will remove yourself from the possibility of even having to worry about them. Just keep raising your frequency. Pour into yourself. And definitely tap into the divine. Tap into your higher power. Tap into your intuition. And step into your new season. This rejection is your protection. The divine is working in your favor. But unless you take a step back and see that for yourself, you're going to sit in this pain and suffering. Okay? Empower yourself. Call your power back. You're a heck of a lot more powerful than what you realize, Moon. If you want to send me an email, Renee, you're more than welcome to. Or you can tell me here. I'm not quite sure what you're saying. Something about a cat from the other side of the complex. He went to you and what? Yes, Ashley's right. You took this the steps that you needed to, Moon. Moon, I'm glad you're here. You are worthy. You are enough. Don't kid yourself. It will eventually, Moon. Time does help, but knowing your self-worth and knowing your value helps a lot more. And the ability to rise above this fuck shit is the secret. To remember your authenticity, to step into your passions, and move towards the life that you love. Moon, if you are on Facebook or Instagram, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. The same name. You're not alone in this. What do you mean? What happened to me? Are you talking my beard? I chopped it up a little bit. Yeah, I thinned out my beard a little bit. It was getting a little bit too much. He's probably hungry and he wants food. He probably likes your vibe. He could be looking for a new home. This could be a familiar. Okay, well, he's probably just looking for a friend. He's just exploring. He probably caught your vibe and liked your vibe and just thought he'd come by and say hi. So you got yourself another little friend that you can hang out and maybe give treats to. They probably sensed that you needed a little bit of love, so they probably stopped by to say hi. The thing is, there, Moon, is that this pain that you're feeling, you're never going to forget it. You're probably looking at a moment of solitude, a good couple years of solitude, where you basically invest into yourself for a change, rather than pouring out to people that don't appreciate you. The narcissist is usually the empath's catalyst for change and finding their self-worth. And the thing is, the audacity of the fucking narcissist, they're going to try to take credit for it. Would you believe it? They actually try to take credit for shattering you. Like, what kind of asinine, sadistic piece of shit would do such a thing? Right? But this allows you to recognize the boundaries that you broke, the low standards that you chose to hold, to allow that imbecile into your life. And I don't care how good they look, 9 times out of 10, the better they look, the worse they are. The more evil they are. So, they try to play on their looks. And that's the very, very unfortunate thing that happens. But just know that you're on the right track. But don't try to hide it. Don't try to dismiss the pain. You need to feel through it. You need to empower yourself. You need to rise above it. And I'll tell you right now, it's going to be worth it, Moon. It's going to be so worth it. I'm going to do my readings from now on just like this. Because why the hell not? Who needs to see my ugly face anyway, right? Perfect. And yes, I'm kidding. I'm not serious. So, Moon, stay put, because there very well could be a reading here for you. I'm just like 1 in compared to my 6 other readings that I got here. And just for the ones there saying that I have oily hair, I put conditioner in my hair. Okay? That's where the shine is coming from. So, If you got any comments, you can keep them to yourself. And I think, Moon, you're supposed to feel this pain. This is your wake-up call, my dear. I hope it's all good news, Renee. This is your wake-up call. This is your catalyst for growth. This is where you finally empower yourself to move up and beyond all this bullshit. It's a YouTube channel, Jasmine. Wow. Have you seen a YouTube channel before? Or is this your first time? It's actually a cloak, but anyway. Maybe check the description box there, Jasmine. But anyway, that first reading is done. Let's look into the next ones. All right, number 2. This is your reading. And by the way, the overall energy here is overcoming the bitterness. So Moon, I think you're right on time. Divine is working in your favor, and I think this is a validation for you. I have a feeling this might be your reading. I'm not gonna lie. Yes. Okay, so the second reading. There are 7 of these. We've just finished the first one. And then kind of got distracted, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Now we're moving into the second reading. So between 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It could be your number. If you feel that there's one particular number more so than the others that you are kind of gravitating towards, keep it to yourself and just hear me out and hear what the messages have to say, because it might mean something to you. Okay? It might provide you validation. It might provide you with future predictions, anywhere from now to 3 months, to 3 to 6 months, or to 6 months to a year from now. We are starting off with the Four of Swords in the reverse. So whoever you are, you could very well be having a hard time sleeping. You could have a hard time finding rest. You could be in a panic. You could be in a sort of emotions. There's definitely talk behind your back that quite possibly could be putting you in this position. We have the Magician. There's somebody out here trying to manipulate you through energy. This could also be a challenge for you to be able to still manifest your best life, which you got the Wheel of Fortune in your now to the 3 months position. So I do feel that there's still a chance for you to live your best life and to step into alignment to your highest good. Okay? Now, in your mental focus, there's definitely something here about you feeling like you're left out in the cold. You're not worth it. You don't got what it takes. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? And it is blah, 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 because you are worth it. You are enough. You always have been. You always will be. You just need to start showing up for yourself. Okay? Only problem is that you're tied in emotionally to an idiot. You're tied into a particular imbecile, okay, that really doesn't serve you. And quite frankly, they're trying to puppeteer you. They are the tyrant in your life, okay? The Emperor in the reverse here is definitely significant. You're definitely walking away from a tyrant, a puppeteer, somebody that likes to be in control, somebody that likes to micromanage, somebody that likes to cause problems, okay? Rage bait, criticize, manipulate, the whole bit. But you're walking away from that, and you're walking right into your Wheel of Fortune, which is, I think, is absolutely beautiful, okay? Now, the thing is, though, is that 3 to 6 months from now, I really kind of feel like this tyrant is going to try to send you the devil, but you're going to witness the devil for what it is, and you're going to rebuke the devil. I really feel that, okay? Because this tyrant is actually casting illusions on you, all right? And I do feel you're going to have to come up against the devil. You're going to have to come up against some sort of toxic energy. And that's par for the course when you're dealing with a narcissist or a sociopath or psychopath. But I do feel that you're going to overcome this with the ultimate determination, okay? They're going to try to tempt you in many different ways, but I do feel that you're going to get the upper hand with this. Now, the thing is, though, is that this whole time of uncertainty and feeling of unworthiness and being manipulated and all in this panic and all this bullshit, you've been going through a rebirth. You're in the process of cutting out some major cycles, and you're in the process of the rebirth of becoming a new version of yourself, which I think is very significant, okay? And the thing is that I do feel that there's going to be some sort of apologies coming in, but they're casting illusions, all right? There's definitely something here about illusions being cast to try to rage bait you into emotion. And I do feel that you need to fill this cup for yourself. You need to really know and recognize your own self-worth, okay? It's very significant with this. Welcome in, Relic. How are you doing? And Jasmine, why do you got to be so disrespectful? Hmm? But anyway, whatever these illusions that are being cast, you really need to kind of take into consideration that you are going to overcome this with determination, okay? You do have all the tools in your toolbox to manifest your best life. But this is ultimately up to you, okay? This is ultimately up to you as to whether or not you are going to step into your magician version of yourself or not. But everything is in alignment for you, but you have one last test, and this is going to really maybe shake your foundation and really determine whether or not you are ready for this destiny to happen, whether or not you are ready and in an alignment to make this happen for yourself and take action, or are you going to be riddled and disenfranchised by this toxic energy? Okay, that is the big question here. The thing is that despite all this battle, I do see you getting the upper hand in the matter. I do see you manifesting your best life. I do see your wheel of fortune coming in for you. Okay, and despite this feeling of unworthiness and feeling like you're left out in the cold, they're doing you a favor. Okay, the only thing is though is that you're having a hard time letting go of this. But throughout this rebirth, there's definitely a transition here where you are going to step into this, okay, where you are getting the upper hand here, all right? So although you're in the midst of a battle, in the midst of a transformation, in the midst of a rebirth, in the midst of finding out who you are, in the midst of stepping into your authenticity, I do see things panning out for you. They are going to get better. And I'm not endorsing the It Gets Better campaign. What I am endorsing, though, is that you have what it takes to get to where your passions, your authenticity, your purpose, your destiny is all in alignment. So step into that, okay? Step into the fact that you are divinely guided, guarded, and protected, and know that despite what these emotions are, despite what these illusions are, you're going to overcome it. It's going to be revealed to you in time. So use your intuition, use your discernment, and I do feel good things coming in for you, okay? So be good to yourself, nurture yourself, allow yourself to heal from this trial and tribulation, all right? Can I get an oracle card for reading number 2? Yeah, you're innocent. Don't make them think that you're guilty, because you're not, okay? You are encouraged to reconnect with your inner child in order to become more spontaneous and playful and consider what life has to offer with a greater sense of wonder. Take time this week to get in touch with the innocence and vulnerability that is within you. Okay? Welcome in there, sir. I hope that helps. I'll put it up here. 2, 3. All right, number 3, here's your message. And again, the overall energy of these readings is overcoming the bitterness. All right? Let's see what we got here for reading number 3. All right. So what I'm right off the bat picking up on this number 3 reading here is that your stealth game is on point. Your ability to alchemize, your ability to weather the storm is on point. Okay? Like a stealthy assassin to that degree. Okay? You're definitely one that stands for justice. You're definitely one that is alchemizing pain into power. You're definitely getting a huge wake-up call. You've awoken. You're definitely noticing your surroundings a lot more. You're definitely alchemizing betrayal. There could be a third-party situation that you're dealing with. And your challenge, though, is to go after everything they said you couldn't have, or be stealthy and take back everything that they stole from you. But I do get the feeling that there's definitely something here where you're needing to use your discernment. Be careful how you speak. Be careful who you speak to. Be careful who you have in your energy. Okay? Really take that into consideration. In your heart space, though, you really need to take a leap of faith and utilize your intuition. Really kind of take into consideration what it's showing you. Okay? You're walking away from a time and a period of patience, but I do see you walking into a very grounded, very strong, stable inner, foundation kind of energy. Okay? And I do feel with this King of Pentacles energy, you're walking into an energy that's going to allow you to weather the storm. Whatever storm that's coming in, you are going to weather, you are going to overcome. All right? This is definitely going to give you a wake-up call. It's going to give you the ability to see things from a different perspective. Maybe take a step back. Maybe take a little bit of a ride and see it from a higher bird's eye perspective kind of deal. Maybe you're going to be traveling. Maybe this is open up your mind, open up your ability to adapt to other possibilities. But I do see here that your overall influence of this situation is that you are alchemizing the pain to power, okay? You are bringing what you thought was a betrayal, and you're building new standards. You're building new stability. You're building new foundations for yourself. You're building new boundaries. And I think this is very significant that you take a leap of faith in doing so, okay? Your hopes and fears, though, the Queen of Swords, this is about you standing for truth. This is about you speaking on truth. This is about you nurturing that truth. That is you, your authenticity, not settling for less, putting your foot down, okay? Not allowing anybody to bamboozle you, okay? The Queen of Swords doesn't put a lot of emotion into it, and this is what's going to help you to ground yourself as well as weather the storm, okay? But I do see here with the Page of Swords in the outcome position, I do feel that you are going to be a lot more observant. You're going to be a lot more discerning. You're going to be able to communicate what you need to communicate. You're not going to hold back from now on after this alchemization of what you're dealing with, okay? And I do feel this is where your strategy is coming from, okay? You are going after everything they said you couldn't have. And I do feel that you've been patient enough. You've been patient, you've been waiting, you've been alchemizing, you've been empowering yourself, you've been consistent, you have good integrity, you have good intentions, all right? And I do feel that this is going to help you move forward, ultimately. This is going to be the fuel, this is going to be the momentum that you need to alchemize all of the pain that you've been dealing with, all right? Let's see what we got. What's the Oracle card for reading number 3? Balance. You are being told that hard work is important, but so is quality time with your loved ones. The balance between work, play, and career must be maintained for overall wholeness and success. So this is about, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread them out a little bit. All right. And know that you're going to have options. You're going to have options. You're building a new foundation. You are moving forward. You're going to have the strength to get through this. You're going to see the other side. You're going to have a lot of information to share with other people as well through these lessons, right? And by you seeing the truth for what it is, this is going to empower you. I see you writing a book about this experience. So maybe get a pen and paper, maybe get a laptop, get a note open, and start documenting your experiences through this alchemy, okay? Because I do feel that it's very significant in your rise, okay? To significance, all right? I hope that helped, number 3. All right, we're looking at number 4 this time. Here's your reading. And again, somebody wants to bring conflict in. You could be fighting with yourself. You could be questioning your self-worth. You could not, maybe you're not in a happy position right now. But that's going to change for you, okay? Very much so. Very much so. Somebody's trying to question your self-worth. They're trying to question your higher power. And you're in this energy of not wanting to commit to whatever this fuck shit energy is, okay? Because you're walking out of a very dystopian time with the 10 of Cups in the reverse. This is what you're walking away from. And you've been dealing with nothing but conflict, right? And the choice is yours as to whether or not you feel better or good enough or better than, okay? This doesn't mean your shit doesn't stink. It probably does. But this doesn't take away from yourself, your own personal value, okay, of yourself. Now, because of this 10 of Cups of what you're walking away from, and you're walking into this 9 of Cups, it's like you're kind of going through this transition of unhappiness into feeling like you are missing something. Like there's, you're moving out of this energy of chaos, of being with other people that you shouldn't be with, that you should have walked away from a long time ago, okay? Into this energy that you're unfulfilled, that you're not getting any type of wish fulfillment, okay? I'm telling you this right now. If you step into the ability to know your value and know your worth, okay, despite this conflict that you might be going through right now, I'll tell you right now, you're going to go from the 9 of Cups into the Empress energy. And this is huge. This is very significant, okay? Because this is you nurturing. This is you loving. This is you being compassionate, okay? This is you recognizing where you stand. And as an Empress, you're standing in a very powerful place. All right? And I do feel that you are going to move forward, regardless of what anybody else thinks, regardless of what this dystopian was meant to be, okay? You are leveling the fuck up, whether they like it or not. It's whether or not you want to be in that energy or not. It's whether or not you want to bestow that and bless that into your life, okay? Where you feel that you're not complete, okay? It's kind of like earlier where people thinking that you don't have anything to bring to the table when you're the fucking table. You're the foundation on which that table sits. This is the epitome of that right there. Okay? You're going to recognize your worth. You're going to recognize what you have to offer. And you're going to sail away with that. Okay? Now, there could be possibilities that you could have been baby trapped, or maybe you're pregnant. This could be you pregnant with a new idea. This could be you inspired with a new idea with this Empress energy. But right now, you're kind of working through the alchemy of this dystopia into this incompleteness, and needing someone to validate you and to let you know that you're on the right track, and to fill some sort of a void, whatever, right? But I do feel when you step into this energy of the Empress, I think that's where that's going to be the game changer for you. In your heart space, we got the High Priestess. You're not listening to your inner voice. You're not listening to your inner voice or inner wisdom. And this is where you're going wrong, right? You're tapped the fuck out. And that's where you're going wrong. This is where this imbalance is. Where the inadequacies, the not good enough, I have nothing to offer, there's no value in me, and blah, blah, blah. That's all it is. It's blah. Because even so that you're keeping this attitude of gratitude, you know that you're not satisfied. You're not satisfied with the 10 of Cups in the reverse. You're not satisfied with the 9 of Cups in reverse. That's not what you were aiming at. That's not what you were trying to hit. Right? You wanted the 9 of Cups. You wanted to be fulfilled. You wanted to be sustained within your own energy. You don't have to rely on anybody else to validate you. You want this happiness. You want the happy ever after. You want the white picket fence. You want to be seen and loved and cherished and recognized, right? Somebody here is just, it's not working in your best interest, okay? They're out right here trying to disempower you, trying to break your heart. They're very non-committal, okay? Very much in this non-committal energy, okay? So the fact that you're not satisfied, the fact that you know you deserve better, the fact that, you know, you're sitting at this 1 cup and you're recognizing and you're being grateful for what you've got, but you know you deserve so much better than what you've got going on, right? This is your wake-up call, all right? You've already taken the time for solitude. You've recognized the dystopia that it is. You've recognized that maybe you've been a little bit dependent on these people for validation. But as you step into this Empress energy, this is going to be your wake-up call, because you have the ability to be a recluse. You have the ability to go within yourself. You have the ability to recognize that inner light. And this is the wake-up call. This is where you allow that inner light to guide you in a different direction with a momentum that is unbreakable. Okay? Because it comes with experience, it comes with knowledge, it comes with wisdom. It's about how do you apply this wisdom to your experience? And how do you make the best of that experience? Okay? Your hopes and fears, you got the Justice card. So whatever you're alchemizing, whatever the situation is that you're walking away from, or, you know, this idea that you're not worthy or whatever, you are worthy. You're the fucking table. You're the foundation on where this table sits. Okay? You have something to bring to the world. You have something to offer. Even just you being you. Are you focusing on quality, good intention, solid foundations? You're focused on your stability. You're focused on the ability to help others. Right? And you have knowledge and wisdom behind you to stand with. Okay? You don't need this so-called validation. All right? You never needed it. The thing is, you got justice, balance, and truth coming through. You got something beautiful, but you have to recognize it. You have to see it for what it is, and you have to go after it. That's really the only focus. Okay? Nurture these new ideas that come into your head and into your heart, that bring back the passion and ignite that passion from within. This is your justice. Recognizing your worth, recognizing what you do bring to the table, and recognizing that no one can take that away from you, because it resides within you. It resides within the wisdom that you hold. Nobody can steal that. Nobody can steal that from the boundaries or the standards that you raise and that you set. Okay, so step into that. And if you do, if you take and heed my example and heed my wisdom, you're definitely going to be moving forward. And there's definitely going to be a new inspiration. You're coming to a crossroads where you're going to have to make a decision. And that's going to take you recognizing the self-worth that is you and overcoming the bitterness that they're trying to make you feel, the incompletedness, the dependence, the emotional dependence, the non-committal bullshit. You need to overcome that. You need to alchemize it. And the only way that you're going to do that is stepping into this Empress energy. Okay? So I do see you moving forward beyond all this cockamamie ass bullshit, this dystopian, dysregulated nervous system, constant conflict, constant fighting, constant competition about who's better. There's no competition. And if you sit in here with an 8 of Pentacles here in the challenge, people can't compete where they don't fucking compare. And there's no competition where it comes to you. So step into it. Step forward. And move the fuck out of this dystopia. And into your new season. And into a new timeline. I bet you didn't realize you're a timeline jumper. Justice is here. You are the justice that you seek. You are the one that you've been searching for this whole fucking time. It's about time you take your power back. It's about time you call that power back. Because you're a high priestess. And I wouldn't be surprised. You got the high priestess out here. You got the empress. The only thing we're missing is the star. Okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if it's at the bottom of the deck. But the deck is kind of scattered at the moment. But just know that you very well could be a cosmic empress. And you've been through all 4 kings, all 4 queens. You've been through all of the higher arcana. And you're coming out here way more powerful than what you ever thought that you could be. That's your justice. The question is, are you worthy of that? That's up to you to see for yourself. Can I get an oracle card for reading number 4? I'll take both of those, even so they're kind of flippy. And I'll continue shuffling just because I want to go through the deck once at least. Alchemize the bitterness. Overcome it. It's going to be worth it. You need to take decisive action. You need to save your own fucking life. And stop expecting other people to save it for you. Decisive action. You are being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving. Set your intention and take action towards making your dreams a reality. You have a door in front of you. Trust your instincts here. And take decisive action towards what you're looking for. Somebody's trying to dysregulate you, to keep you from being calm, to keep you from being regulated. They want to dysregulate you. The turtle wisdom teaches us about walking our path in peace and sticking to it with determination and serenity. You may be encouraged to take a break in your busy life and look around or within you for more grounded, long-lasting solutions. And that's what you should be focusing on right now. Don't allow people to dysregulate you so that way you can't empower yourself. Okay? They are not your friend, family, and they're definitely a foe if that's what they're doing. If they're trying to dysregulate you and get you to question your passion, tell them to fuck off. They don't deserve you. Transition. This is a powerful time of change. You are being called to connect with the world of emotions and feminine energies. You may also need to change and exchange a process of cleansing, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, or energetic. Go take a spiritual bath with some Epsom salts, some rose petals maybe, some rosemary for clarity, okay? Some cloves for protection, okay? Some burdock root to banish any negative energies or evil magic. Okay? And fucking love yourself. Okay? We got the card out here, love. You have found your soulmate or are just around, they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things that you've had to go through are going to be worth it. It's going to be able to allow you to choose yourself. Unequivocally, unapologetically. Just step into it. This is what the divine is trying to show you. That you are worthy. The divine don't make mistakes. But you need to pay attention. Okay? Call your fucking power back. You're a high priestess. Start acting like it. You're being initiated. Pay attention. All right, number 5. You are up next. Ow. After a little bit of a sip of coffee. Ah, there's the star. I figured it was going to show up in the next reading. Wherever you are, you got a wish fulfillment coming in for number 5. Whether or not you want to go move towards it or not, that's up to you. It's about taking action. Allowing your intuition to guide you. So you need to continue having hope, and you need to continue healing. You need to continue shining and empowering yourself and being the magic that you are, collective. Okay, somebody's out here trying to make you walk away from your victory. They want you walking away from your success and what you're made to do. All right? They want you out here questioning your forward movement. They're out here challenging your forward movement. Because they don't even believe in themselves, let alone you. But that kind of smells like a them problem and not a you problem. It's about time you wake the fuck up and see that for yourself. All right? Continue having hope. All right? You got a wish fulfillment coming in. The thing is that all this time you've been wanting love, and you are love. You are the epitome of love. And you don't need anybody else to complete you to be able to feel that love. Because you, my friend, are connected to the divine. You, my friend, are a starseed. You are meant to stand the fuck out, not fit in. Do I need to repeat myself? You're meant to shine. You are not meant to fit in. You are meant to stand out. And this is why people want you walking away from your wish fulfillment. And this is why they want you walking away from your success and what is being called for you to do. All right? As long as you stay within your compassion and allow your masculine and feminine energies within yourself to come into union, as long as you can allow your inner temple to be of love and respect and integrity for yourself, okay? Learn to protect yourself, learn to nurture yourself, learn to provide for yourself, learn to birth new ideas, okay? It all matters. In your heart space, this is where you will receive your reciprocity. When your masculine and feminine energy comes into union. When that inner temple becomes peaceful again and not so chaotic, that's when this is going to be your game changer right here. Okay? The thing is, with this idiot, this asshat, wanting you to walk away from your success and your victory and your recognition and the ability to be seen and acknowledged and recognized, People want to give you your flowers, and people want you to walk away from that. Excuse me? They want you to question your success and how and where and why you got this success. Really? The audacity of these idiots. They want you sitting in that bitterness. Okay? The thing is that they're going to come in, they're going to give you a little peanut. They're breadcrumbing you. You know, you're supposed to be getting the whole fucking loaf, and all they're giving you is the crumbs. They don't even want to give you the crust. What's wrong with that picture? Everything that you're building for yourself, everything that you are doing to encompass and empower and to bring an equilibrium and a union to your inner world, an inner peace, an inner love, self-love, self-care, self-respect, integrity, all that jazz. And somehow they want to come in and breadcrumb you, thinking that you're worth less than that. And they want to make you question your movement forward into that. You're going to recognize that. You're going to recognize that they're breadcrumbing the fuck out of you, and you're going to take action in a different direction. I wish I could get a picture of the face of the people that are doing this to you when you decide to take action. Within 3 to 6 months, there's going to be action being taken. Okay? And this action is going to be so worth it. They want to gaslight you. They want you holding on to burdens. They want to heal something with you. Because, unbeknownst to you, they know who you are. They know that you shine. They know that you're a healer. They know that you're a starseed. And they are addicted to your energy. Okay? The thing is, that's why they're coming in to apologize. This is why they don't want to end things with you. Because you have a very addictive energy. Despite what you look like, despite what situation you're in, they're addicted to your energy. Because of who you are and what you hold within you. Okay? You got a huge offer coming in. This is going to set the precedent of your life. This is going to set the foundation. This is going to validate who the fuck you are and what you offer the world. Are you going to step into that? Are you going to take this offer? This is a divine offer. The divine is gifting this to you. Are you going to accept it, or are you going to gaslight it? Are you going to walk away from it? That's solely up to you. They want you out here in conflict. And they want to bring you conflict. They want to bring you upset. Right? That's their hope. But it's also your fear. But also recognize that you have enough power and energy and sustenance within you and tenacity to stand up to this bullshit. You have every right to fight for your life. You have every right to fight for what's right. All right? Because they don't want you to have purpose. That's their goal. That's the outcome. They want you out here spinning your wheels, moving forward with no purpose. The question is, are you going to move forward? Are you going to move backwards? Are you going to take action? Or are you going to allow them to keep you spinning your wheels and feeling worthless? That's ultimately your decision. Can I get an oracle for reading number 5? You are the wild card, collective. You are the wild card. This is solely up to you as to whether or not you feel worthy. A lot of this cockamamie-ass bullshit, you need to let go. It's not worth holding on to anyway. And somebody's being extremely disloyal to you. Could this be you being disloyal to yourself? Is this you being disloyal to yourself and your forward movement and your mission here on Earth as a starseed? Are you going to let people question your success? You may be feeling like those around you let you down or are not doing their fair share of work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. You deserve better than mixed signals. Okay? This message is to do with those things to which you cling, be it a thought form, a habit, a creed, or situation. The time has come from letting go. Something is halting your progress. Oh, really? And you are spinning your wheels. So once you embrace change, blessings will follow. And the chariot in reverse is the epitome of spinning wheels. So let the fucking bullshit go and make room for more blessings and success. And watch things change in your life. As far as you upping your standards, upping the ability to stand on business and your integrity, that's all that you need to do. Because somebody doesn't want you having these new beginnings coming in. And yeah, I said it. There's definitely new beginnings coming in for you. But somebody doesn't want you to see them, let alone have them. And they don't want you to see them. They don't want you to be able to observe. Okay? So this is why you need to create boundaries. Because you are a starseed, because you are the wild card. Your space is sacred. Whether it's the outer space that you live in, or whether or not it's the inner space within your inner temple. Your space is sacred. Guests who overstay their welcome impact your aura, and you have every right to stand your ground. Your needs are important. You must nurture your soul with the same gentle love and support that you offer to others. The question is, who are you giving to? And are they worthy of that? You're being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said, and despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. Somebody has really ill intentions towards you, and they don't want you overcoming the bitterness. But that is your number one priority right now at this time, collective. You are invited to instigate change, but you are also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving based on this principle. Destroy before rebuilding. You are promised a beneficial rebirth. Okay? Somebody doesn't want you having that. Are you going to allow them to make decisions in your life, or are you going to make your own? Take the fucking action and go after your dreams. Be the starseed. Keep shining. And shine so fucking bright that they go blind. You're made for success. Don't fucking walk away from it. The world needs you. Number 6. Something's going to piss you right the fuck off, number 6. But I'll tell you right now, it will eventually set you free. So you go ahead and allow that to do that, okay? It's in your best interest. Somebody's misjudging you on purpose, and they're trying to project this misjudgment onto you, so you misjudge your actual potential. Would you believe it? Four of Pentacles. You need to keep your cards close to your chest. You got some fucking assholes out here. You got some imbeciles that don't deserve your energy. I'm telling you that right now. They do not deserve to be in your presence. The challenge is, are you going to allow them to create a tower in your life? Are you going to allow them to take down absolutely everything that you're building? Are you going to allow them to destroy you? You're thinking, when is this going to end? When can I celebrate? When am I going to meet my soul tribe? If you're kicking it with me, chances are you already have. The Ace of Cups is in your heart space. You got a new love coming in. And the thing is, I believe that this is divine love. Okay? The divine is going to be your representative. The divine is going to be your confirmation. The divine is going to fill this cup. It is indestructible. There's nobody out here that's going to come in and rip you apart after that. Okay? So don't allow anybody to taint your cup. If you need to dump that bitch out and stick her in the dishwasher, you go ahead and do that. Get her all nice, shiny, and clean for this beautiful love to come in for you. This is about you finding your self-worth. It's about you finding your integrity and your self-respect again. But you creating boundaries. And fuck it, if they want to misunderstand you, let them. Let them. Good old Mel Robbins. Let the bastards, if they want to misunderstand you. Okay? Because they're trying to ruin you. They're trying to ruin the legacy that you're building. They're trying to ruin absolutely everything. Okay? They're trying to ruin your self-worth, your foundation, your purpose. It's really sad. These are very, 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 very evil, sadistic imbeciles. And they want you to be misjudging your potential, your future. The thing is, you're walking away from the fog. You're walking away from the deception. You're walking away from all the information that was kept from you, that was kept in the dark. And the thing is the divine is tapping you in anyway. The divine is allowing you to see the truth for what it is. Are you going to see it for what it is? Or are you going to sugarcoat and gaslight it? Are you going to give them the benefit out of the doubt? Are you going to put those rose-colored glasses on, pull the wool over your eyes, and just say, everything is fine, I'll get through it? No. You're going to put your fucking foot down. Because what you have coming in is nothing but joy and happiness. It's going to sting a little. But you're cutting the chaff from the wheat. You're cutting off the dead weight. You're cutting out the people that are not coming with you. that don't deserve, they're not worthy to come with you into this new season. And that's why they're trying to destroy your foundation. That's why they're trying to destroy your legacy and what you're building for yourself. Generational wealth for yourself. That's why they're stealing your inheritance. Because they want you out here looking like you're misjudging the position in the situation. When they're misjudging you. They're misjudging your capabilities. They're misjudging your gifts. But you're shedding a whole hell of a lot of light on a situation. As you should. You have every right to be the light in the world. They've been nothing but deceiving imbeciles. Okay? They don't want you moving forward. They don't want you moving up. They don't want you being seen. They want you to be put in the dark. They don't want you moving up. They don't want you succeeding with nothing. With anything. They want you ultimately being forgotten. Their influence is to emotionally manipulate you to the point where you have no self-worth. That you can't move forward with compassion, that you don't love anyone, you don't even love yourself. That's their goal. They don't feel that you deserve or be worthy of loving yourself, let alone anyone else. And they want you out here having to manipulate people in order to do that, so that way that you fit the narrative that they've been spewing behind your back this whole time. When they're the ones that have been emotionally manipulating you. They're the ones out here trying to absolutely destroy everything you're building, even your foundation. Okay? They're the ones out here being judgmental and misjudging your capabilities and your gifts and your ability to move forward. Thing is, they didn't understand who the fuck you were. And they didn't understand who you have in your corner and who you have guiding you. They purposely kept a whole bunch of fucking information from you so that way you would lose. You would fail. But the divine is tapping you in anyway. The divine's been guiding you this whole time. And that what is in the dark will be brought to light. This is your outcome. This is what you have to look forward to. The sun. Beautiful new beginning. Things are going to be revealed to you. They're going to sting like a motherfucker. But ultimately it will set you free. It'll give you the ability to move forward and not look back. I guess that's the whole point, right? Yeah, somebody wants you to repeat this cycle over and over and over and over again and be totally distracted to the point where you're not getting anywhere. Okay? A 9-month cycle is at play. And I feel that this is a 9-month cycle that's been completed. Okay? The current project will take 9 months to mature and benefit, providing that you commit fully to it. You have all the strength and the stamina you need as long as you move forward and not backwards. They want you to move backwards, but you're going to continue to move forwards. If you take my advice, you have nothing to regret. Okay? The truth is going to be revealed to you. And not only you have the love of the divine with you, It's like everything they threw at you, everything that they tried to do to ruin you and deceive you, like these tower after tower after tower after tower after tower, thinking that they were going to get the upper hand in the matter. It's all going to be revealed in the end. And you'll be happy. You'll have happiness in the end. Okay? It's all going to be worth it, and you're going to be celebrating. You'll have reason to celebrate. What's the overall oracle for reading number 6? Mystery. The bobcat teaches you that there is true power and strength in silence and patience. In order to get what you want, you must be willing to plan, adapt, and above all, have the patience to see your dreams manifest. They're out here trying to rage bait you. You don't have to reply. Okay? You don't have to engage. You don't have to step in this energy where it is imperative that you communicate with these asshats. The moment you take your power back is the moment you say no. The moment you take your power back is the moment you say, you know what? I know they're trying to rage bait me. The divine is pointing that out to me. And the fact is that you have the sun coming in. That's what you have to look forward to. You are moving forward, whether they like it or not. And all they did is lie to you this whole time to keep you deceived. Okay? And the thing is that the silence and the patience is part of your ammo. Because ultimately these asshats are going to tell on themselves. Because they're selfish. Because they want what you have, what you offer, what you can bring to the table. And this is why they're misjudging you. Okay? Despite what they want to take from you, they can't take what you have within you. Never going to happen. It won't. Okay? In order to get what you want, you must be willing to plan, adapt, above all, have the patience to see your dreams manifest. Let you be the enigma, let you be the mystery that they wonder about. Let them continue to question themselves. How the fuck are they doing it? How the fuck do they do it? How the fuck are they rising above everything we're throwing at them? All these towers, all this destruction, all the lies, all the deception. How do they still love themselves, even after all of that? You go ahead and be that mystery. You go ahead and be that enigma that they can't figure out. Let you live rent-free in their fucking heads for a little while. Okay? Unapologetically. Why? Because you have freedom and you have vision. And they can't compete where they don't compare. It's time to look inward with an attentive eye. Allow your heart to guide you, and opportunities you never dreamed of were possible will present themselves when you least expect it. Get ready for greatness. The eagle could very well be significant. Okay? And horses. You must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, whether they are self-imposed or put on you by others. Oh, really? Is there an echo in here? Or society, for that matter. Break free and run faster towards your dreams. The thing is they're trying to create a reality or an illusion that you're trapped, but you can't get out of the situation that they're trying to put you in. They're trying to fit you in a particular narrative that you don't belong. You're not worthy. And you'll never make anything of yourself. You're incompetent. You're unstable. And you don't deserve this inheritance. You don't deserve what you're building for yourself. You don't deserve to leave a name for yourself or a legacy. Guess what? They're going to be dead anyway. Bide your time. Stay patient. They're eventually going to be dead. They're going to die off. And then there will be peace where there was turmoil and chaos. Stay vigilant. Stay stealthy. And don't ever forget who you are. You don't have to explain fuck all to them. Amount to something of yourself. That's all that matters. And if they have something to say about it, take heed, listen to it, but understand where the fuck it's coming from. And understand that they do not want you to amount to anything above what they are. Because they couldn't compete where they don't compare. And if you rise above them, they're going to try to destroy you. If you rise above them, they're going to try to tear you down. And it's going to be evidently clear as to who these people are. Because they're going to tell on themselves. They're going to reveal themselves. Okay? The thing is, they want clout off of your name. The thing is they want you to give them credit. Where you did all this yourself. You climbed this mountain by yourself. You did this all alone. You had no help. Okay? When you got to the top of the mountain, you could see all across the plain. You realized the truth. You realized your worth. And you realize that you still have something to offer the world, despite all their misunderstandings, right? Their lies, their deception, all the bullshit that they pulled to try to destroy you because they were envious of what you are, of who you are, and what you are going to become. That's a them problem, not a you problem. Step into your confidence and remember your authenticity. Remember what the divine showed you. And work with that. Number 7. This is your message. And this is also the last reading for the night. I will open the table again before I go. So if you have a super chat with a question, throw it in the chat now. If you have a super sticker just for a general message, throw it in the chat now. And I will make a list of those. Last call for alcohol. Finish your whiskey or beer. It's closing time. Grab all your jackets 'cause you can't stay here. I don't know who would wanna take me home. I don't know who'd wanna take me home. I don't know who'd wanna take me home. Take me home. Closing time. All right, number 7. You, your higher self, and the divine are about to collaborate on a major project. Okay? And I'm really getting a sense that you need to cut out the dead weight. The only downfall to that is when you do that, they're going to think that you're selfish. They're going to project that you're selfish. They're going to project that you're only thinking of yourself and no one else. You have every right to keep your peace, collective. Keep that in mind. You have every reason and right to call your energy back. Because they want you out here balancing more and juggling more than you're capable of. They want you out here slipping up. They want you out here fumbling the ball. They want you out here looking like an absolute fool for even trying. Okay? And might I add, if you're just joining us, this is overcoming the bitterness. This is an overall energy for these readings this evening, which is like right on point. So they want you out here literally focusing on all the failures, on all the problems and all the challenges and all of the shit that's on your plate, rather than finding joy within yourself of who you are and in your empowerment and all the love that you have for yourself and the divine and the good people in your life. Okay? They don't want you having joy. They don't want you having balance. They don't want you having anything like that. And quite frankly, they don't want you loving yourself. They don't want you being able to love others. They want you bitter. They want you holding that bitterness. They want you up in your head. And from the broken heart, they want you having a dark night of the soul after dark night of the soul after dark night of the soul. They do not want the dark night of the soul to leave you alone. They don't want it to let up. They want you constantly in a wonder as to why me? Why is this happening? And what am I supposed to learn from this? And have nothing make sense to you. Okay? They want you numb from all of the trials and tribulations that they're throwing at you. And this is why you need to cut the dead weight. They want you walking away from your destiny. You're out here being a whole fucking earth angel, and they want you to walk away from that. You've already faced the trials and tribulations. You've already faced the tests. You've already faced the initiations. And you're stepping into this earth angel energy. Okay? It's taken you decades to even accept the fact that you're an earth angel. Okay? And on top of that, Archangel Michael's kicking it with you. He's your protector. And you got other angels at the helm as well. But he's your main man. Alright? You'll know this is your reading if that's the case. But they ultimately want you to be disloyal to the angels, your protection, and your destiny. Okay? Archangel Michael works with you and through you. You're moving into a very solid, very committed energy. This is meant for celebration. This is meant for commitment. This is meant for a new beginning. This is meant for a new solid foundation. This is meant for a beautiful, brand new life. The white picket fence, the beautiful relationship, equilibrium, balance, solid structure, commitment, love, celebration, weddings, quite possibly. Somebody might want to come in and put the ring on it. Could be you committing to the divine. Either way you slice it, it's a beautiful energy. And this is what you're walking into. And this is the whole thing. They would rather you commit to this than commit to this. They want you walking away from your destiny into some sort of commitment that looks good. Okay? They're coming in to distract you. You're going to eventually recognize and realize you should be focusing on yourself. And you should be focusing on your destiny. It's almost as if they want you to walk into this commitment to forget everything that you're building for yourself. They want to overwhelm you, but you'll notice that you're going to focus on yourself instead. Okay? Because they want you making a huge mistake. They want you taking action without any type of thought, without any type of direction, without any type of purpose. They want you scatterbrained. They want you acting out of character. They want to rage bait you. And they want to influence you by a lot of pathological lies, deception. They're ruthless. They're fucking demons. If not, there are definitely entity attachments involved with this individual. You could be dealing with a very karmic Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They want you to be loyal to them and their causes and their lies and their deception rather than being loyal to yourself and your destiny. So I'd be careful, number 7. Okay? Be very, very careful at the decisions that you're about to make and the direction that you're about to embark on. Because what they're trying to do, they're trying to prove that you don't got it in you. They're trying to prove that you aren't who you say you are. And they're trying to disempower you. They're trying to bring you down. They're trying to destroy you. This person never loved you. They never loved you. They never will love you. And they will never honor this commitment that they're distracting you with. They want you to walk away from your destiny that is already in your grasp. This is the most crucial, most deep reading in this whole spread. Out of all 7, this is the most important. You have something to do. You have places to be, people to see. You're out here healing the world. You have purpose, you have destiny. And they're out here trying to question that, trying to deceive you, trying to keep you from that, and expect you to walk away from what's been loyal to you, what saved you. They want you to walk away from that and do a commitment that is a false commitment. 2 of Cups reversed to a 4 of Wands. No. You need to focus on yourself. Because they're distracting you. That's the whole purpose. For them to come back in is to distract you. You've already cut this person out. And they've tried to have you fucking juggling this whole time. They're trying to take away your happiness. They're trying to destroy it. It's a whole group of people. These are exes. These are ex-family members. Okay? They're all working together to bring you out of this. When you need to focus on yourself and dispel the distractions. There's only one cup here out of the 7 of cups. There's only one cup here that you need to focus on, and it's yours and your destiny. This is already in your grasp, and they want you to walk away from it. The question is, what are you going to do? Are you going to let this pathological psychopath play in your face again? They tried to destroy you already. Are you going to allow them to do that again? That's your choice. It's your choice. What's the oracles for reading number 7? You are going through a transition. You need to have a spiritual cleansing, spiritual smudging, spiritual bath. This is a powerful time of change. You're being called to connect with the world of emotions and feminine energies. You may also need to engage in a process of cleansing, whether it be physical, emotional, spiritual, or energetic. Cord cutting is specific. You are encouraged to communicate clearly from your heart, bridge any gaps from your heart. Bridge any gaps that are keeping you from connecting deeper with your loved ones. It is important to speak your truth with emotion, vulnerability, and power. They want you out here thinking you have nobody to connect to, that you have nobody to communicate with, but you're kicking it with the divine. You're communicating just fine. And they want to thwart your new beginnings that are already here for you. You're already standing in it, collective. You're invited to instigate change, but you are also being warned that this transformation may be radical. So get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving based on this principle. Destroy before rebuilding. You are promised a beneficial rebirth. Something to do with scorpions or Scorpio. It is time to examine your productivity. Disorganization and indecisiveness may be caused by causing you to miss opportunities. Take a moment to prioritize your goals and get a clear view of how to get where you want to go and what it will take to get there. You have what it takes. Be cautious, be inspirational, and most of all, be yourself. And continue to fly. Continue to be who you are. Continue to rise. And everything will fall into place, collective. I really feel that the best is yet to come for a lot of you. And it's about time you start recognizing that. And being in the anticipation of that. Rather than allowing these fucking toxic ass motherfuckers to try to dictate and tell you how, where, and when is going to happen for you. Big, compassionate hugs to you, Moon. If you can recognize that in me, and I've been through pretty well the same shit you've been going through there, Moon, just imagine what you're capable of. Just ponder that for a minute. You're going to end up a fucking warrior. You realize that? Do you realize you are being initiated right now? You are being initiated by the divine. Don't question it. It's not easy. It is grueling. It's rather painful. But it's worth it. The divine will strip absolutely everything that no longer serves you out of your life. That includes family, friends, acquaintances, old jobs that never served you, that took advantage of you, all that shit. It's wiping it clean. Okay? And it may get a little lonely, but when it gets lonely, recognize that you still have the divine on your side. You are divinely guided, guarded, and protected. Do not question your intuition. Do not question your heart. Do not question your inner voice. Okay? Because deep, deep, deep down, your heart would never want you to be in pain, and neither would your mind. Okay? When your mind and your heart are in balance, and your inner temple is in balance within your masculine and feminine energy, being able to protect yourself, nurture yourself, provide and show up for yourself, and inspire you, you're unstoppable. So anybody coming in, talking shit, let them. Because it's only showing who they are. It's only showing their true character. Okay? They're literally going to come in and tell on themselves. It's kind of embarrassing. Okay? And it's almost laughable. And Renee is at that point right now, where it's absolutely fucking laughable at how these imbeciles, these fucking degenerates, even think that they're competing with you when they don't even compare. And when I say you deserve way better than all that shit, I mean that. So I didn't get any super chats or super stickers, so nobody wants any messages. That's quite all right. Unless you want one now. Throw it in now. If you want a message, it's an open table tonight. I opened up the table, and nobody wants a message, like, and then every time I don't have the table open, everybody's asking for a message. Like, make it make sense. This is how I make my money. This is how I eat. This is how I pay my bills. Okay? I'm not here being an alcoholic. I'm not out here being an asshat. I'm not out here abusing people. I'm out here trying to empower the world. And I need to be able to live and sustain myself. So if any of my messages tonight have benefited you in any way and you have it in you to bless me, feel free. It would be greatly appreciated, as it does help out the channel. I have a phone bill and a storage bill that I would like to take care of very promptly. And all the help would be greatly appreciated. And even if all of you donated $1, there's $41 there. If you were to donate $5, there's a whole heck of a lot more than that. So, you can donate through Hipsy, through YouTube, through PayPal. There's many different avenues and ideas or possibilities. You can get your own personal reading. Okay? You can get your own personal reading over at Hipsy. The link is in the description box. You want to donate to me over there? You can donate to me over there too. If you don't like YouTube, you don't want to give YouTube your money, you can go ahead and donate over at Hipsy. It should. I don't see why not. I'm happy you're here, Moon. And thank you so much. If you want to help me monthly and you want to join in, you can get a membership on YouTube too. Many different price points here for memberships and on YouTube. And on Hipsy, actually, what I meant to say. It's all in whichever you want to work with. On that note, my friends, family, and I mean my soul family, I'm officially pretty well walking away from all my family, my blood family. I've all basically pretty well told them to keep my name out of their fucking mouth because all they do is gossip and spread lies and bullshit and drama, thinking that they have a right to dictate how I'm going to live my life when they have not a fucking clue what I've been through, nor do they care. Which, actually, they probably do have a clue, because they're probably all behind it. Which makes them just that much more toxic. But that's okay. The divine sees absolutely everything they're doing, and they're about to deal with the fucking consequences. Because I'm sure as hell not going to accept it. And neither is the divine. The thing is, I don't have to sit here and wonder, because the divine's got me tapped the fuck in. And they're in for a rude awakening. And the best part is, I don't have to lift a finger. They want to send trolls into my chat thinking I don't know. The joke's going to be on them eventually. And they're going to have nobody to blame but themselves. Because when I finally get myself situated and stable, they continue to rot. Where they sit. Because to hell if I'm going to fucking give anything of what I'm picking up or getting back to them for anything. After stealing my inheritance, stealing a house, yeah, no, they don't deserve fuck all. And they sure as hell don't deserve my presence either. So they can sit here and watch me inspire the world. And everything else, it'll all fall into place right exactly the way it's supposed to. And on that note, collective, to my soul tribe, to my supporters, to my subscribers that actually care, The ones that aren't fucking being lurking gherkins in the background, all bitter about the fact that they can't compete where they don't compare. Yeah. I love you lots. Be good to yourself if you can't be good at it. So that way, you can be good to others. And I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao for now.